Hard. Good morning.
Hello everyone today. um so I've been thinking a lot about, like, over the past week I've been thinking a lot about choices, and about how we wake up and we are faced with just like thousands of choices during the day, and every choice that we make is either bringing life or it's bringing death to us. I mean, and that can sound extreme, but everything that we do, everything that we put into our bodies, on our bodies, just everything, it's either giving us life and health and wellness and just helping us to feel happiness and joy, or it is bringing us closer to death. It's making us sick, bringing disease into our life, making us unhappy, just filling us with darkness, or so I've just really been recognizing in my life over the past week, like, my choices. Is this choice, and I'm asking myself a lot, is this choice bringing me life, or is it bringing me death? Even with, like, especially foods. I mean, I talk a lot about food, and I think I have a little bit of an obsession sometimes with food, but at the same time, I'm learning, and I realize how much food affects my body and my mind and my spirit. Like, it affects me. And the things that I put in my body, like, I'm learning a lot about sugar and how it creates inflammation in the body. And, like, if there's anything in the body that is struggling, like infections, just anything, like, sugar feeds it, and it just makes it worse, and it makes our bodies, like, it's amazing how our bodies work. And I've been learning so much about it, and the more knowledge that I gain and I understand, like, I have to make different choices. Like, if I want to be happy, I have to do the things that I'm understanding and learning, to bring that happiness into my life. I feel like for a lot of my life, I've been really well balanced with like my great choices, choices that are bringing me life and choices that bring me death. I feel like I've just been really balanced with that, because I make a lot of bad ones and good ones. But I recognize, I can look back in my life and I can recognize when I was making choices that was bringing more death into my life, more like just sadness and misery, and and it's just a lot of the choices that I was making was bringing that into my life. And I feel like today that I'm definitely making more choices for life. Like, I want to live, and I want to live more joyful, and I want to be happy. I want to feel good. Like, I want my body to feel good.
Yeah, and I don't I don't think that it sounds extreme at all. I mean, it is. It's either the choice I'm making right now is either bringing me growth, or it's bringing me death. I mean, it is just as simple as that. I don't think that sounds extreme at all. I mean, as simple as something that I ate yesterday, I am feeling bloated today. I'm feeling just not like myself. And it's an uncomfortable feeling, and I know that I could get used to feeling this way, and it could become something that I just slowly, over a few years, the next thing you know, I'm 50 pounds heavier, and I'm just constantly high blood pressure. I'm taking medicine, and it wasn't just like I got there 5 years from now, but every little choice of what I ate over the 5 years, or did over those 5 years, brought me to that place where now I'm struggling with high blood pressure. Whatever. That's what runs in my family. I know I could go down that road. I could have high blood pressure and I could struggle with a lot of health issues if I allowed myself to make those choices every day. And it is as easy as, is the choice I'm making right now bringing me more health, or is it killing me? I mean, it's as simple as that, you know? I mean, I don't know why, I am just feeling bloated. I feel like I ate something or I drank something yesterday or the day before. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't even something I ate. Maybe it was something I drank, something I took in, some toxin or something. I don't know. But every choice we make, I guess is my point. Every single thing we do throughout the day, it does matter. You know, we can't think that some choice that we make during the day has absolutely no consequence or benefit for our life. You know, it's either it's helping us grow or it's bringing us harm.
Yeah, yesterday I was feeling really like I wanted to have a drink, like I wanted to drink alcohol, and I mean that hasn't happened in a while, and so I'm like, it makes me feel like, okay, well, what's going on? What's happening? Because I'm just very self-aware. And like whenever these thoughts come into my mind, I'm just like, hey, what? And I've been, you know, we've talked the last couple times about like things within me, like fears and anger and that kind of stuff. And I feel like there's just stuff deep within me that I know when in the past, whenever I have used alcohol, like I feel as though it has brought up stuff, you know, and I'll cry and like I'll just have this feel like a great release or whatever of stuff, and I've been feeling like there's just stuff in me that just needs to get out, and I'm like, well, alcohol does that for me, so let me, you know, I mean, I didn't, because I don't like making those choices that hurt my body, and that, you know, and two, I'm like, we had talked about it before, how that's just like a shortcut, you know, to something that needs to process in its time, in its own way. And so I got in the bathtub last night, and I mean, that's like such a great place to meditate, because I don't have my headphones on, because I listen to a lot of stuff, and so I was just sitting there, and things started coming up that just came up automatic, like came up by itself, that I needed to think about, that I needed to feel, and I just cried so hard, like I've not cried in a really long time, about some things that I was feeling that I had never allowed myself to feel before. And it's so interesting the way, you know, we go throughout our life and we have experiences. And for myself, I've always been a very, like, I put other people before myself. So like, if we would have a conflict and you get upset, you know, I would, what can I do to make you feel better? You know, I would totally abandon myself and how I feel about it, so that I can comfort you and help you to feel better. And so I recognize that I've done that my whole life. And so I've got a lot of stuff in me that I have not allowed myself to feel, because I've always been feeling other people. And there's just a lot. And I was feeling it. I was feeling it last night. But it came naturally, and it came at the time that it needed to come, instead of me trying to force it by some outward chemical. And then, you know, then today I would have been feeling, you know, that low from alcohol, and it would affect my body, and then I'd probably beat myself up, because, you know, and maybe not, because I am learning that our choices, you know, I'm just getting to a different place, but still, I would just still recognize that it's just not a great choice for me. But things all work out the way that they need to. I mean, it really does. Whenever I did not do that, so it just naturally
Yeah, it took care of itself.
Took care of itself, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's just the patience thing. We want to have that release right now. It's like, I want to get it over with. I want to make this happen, and it's not healing.
Right.
You know, it's not growth. You're causing death. I mean, that alcohol is killing you. I mean,
absolutely,
it's not gonna bring you more health. You know, so it is. It's so easy to judge ourselves and to just feel like we're not making progress fast enough. I'm not getting that release fast enough. I want to get to a certain place faster. And, you know, there's so many things that I can get caught up in, and I have to go back to the serenity prayer and just accept that there are a lot of things that I just cannot change. I cannot make things happen. I cannot force them to happen. They will all happen when they are supposed to happen. And your feelings, releasing stuff, I mean, yeah, we've talked about it before. I can take something and feel a ton, but I'm not going through it and actually feeling it and releasing it like you were able to do. And that is takes a lot of patience, you know. It takes a lot of patience. Life is when you have substances to just take care of those emotions and drown them out and just push them down, or you think you're feeling them, that it's pulling them up or whatever. It's just that time is just passing by and you're not present for it. And so maybe your body is releasing those emotions and you feel like you got there faster, but really it's because you just weren't present, and you finally got to the place where you could release those emotions, but you weren't even present for it when you did release them, if that makes sense. I mean, it's I left once I use, and I'm not even there once I'm to the point where I can feel.
Right.
You know, where my body is ready to feel it. I'm not even there for it. So I don't know if that makes sense or not.
Yeah,
it makes sense to me too.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
The release is going to happen. My body is going to purge stuff if I'm working on myself. And just because I drink or do something doesn't mean I'm still not trying to work on myself, but I'm just not there. I'm not there in a mental state. I'm not there even in a physical state. You know?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, for people who do use chemicals, like, you get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's important to stay connected, to have that patience, you know. I mean, I'm really hard on myself. Like, I want to either be better than, or I'm not good enough. I'm constantly, like, I had this conversation with my 20-year-old. It's like, why can't we just be okay with being who we are, where we're at? I don't have to be better than. I don't have to be worse than and look up to people or look down on anybody. I can just be present, be where I'm at in life, and be okay with where I'm at, you know?
It's a judgment.
Judgments,
Man,
constant judgments.
I am judging myself constantly.
I'm 45 years old. I should have this. I should have that. I should be in this. Well, no, you're right where you're supposed to be because of choices that I've made throughout my life. They've put me right where I'm at, and I'm right where I need to be to learn what I need to learn in life. It's perfect.
It is.
Really is.
It is.
It's a matter of keeping the right mindset, you know.
and I'm just so hard on myself. I'm so hard on myself. I'm always, and I've gotten better at shoulding myself, you know, because, I mean, every time I say the word should, I'm like, no. But it was like, even last night, I watched a movie, and I don't watch a lot of Netflix anymore, because I don't. I mean, it's just choice that I make. I'd rather do other things. But like last night, I just really wanted to watch a movie, and you know, yet there was still this thing within my head that was like, well, you could be spending your time like praying and reading scriptures, you know. But I'm like, but I do that so much, and it's like, no, like, why do we have to be so extreme, you know? It's like, if I'm not being perfect at doing this like 100% of the time, then, you know, but no,
That's
like,
not the purpose. Yeah, totally.
no. I mean, this life is about having joy, you know. And even like, and the movie I watched was good, and it was funny. It made me laugh, and I was like, that I needed to laugh. You know, it's like, it is good. It is a good thing. Now, if I'm sitting there Netflixing like one after another, and it's 4:00 in the morning, and I gotta wake up at 7, you know, it's like, okay, no, that's not a good choice, you know. But it's really like moderation in things, and just, it's making those choices that are bringing life and happiness and goodness, you know, into my life. And I feel like that brought happiness and laughter into my life, you know, and that is a good thing.
Yeah. No matter what's going on around us, no matter what's going on in our life, we can be happy by the choices that we make. By just being aware that the only thing we have control over are the choices that we make right now. That is all we have control over. And is it bringing me growth, or is it killing me? Is it prolonging my life by doing what I'm doing, or is it shortening my life by doing what I'm doing? And those choices come up all day long. And it's I want to make choices that prolong my life. I do. The things that I put in my body, the things that I put myself around, I would love to live to be 100 years old. I used to be okay with thinking I'd die at 60 or 70, you know, but I would love to see my great grandkids. And I mean, it is the choice. Every single choice that we make matters. And that's where you started. Every single choice that we make throughout the day is important to either our growth or it's holding us back. So
Another thing too is having patience with other people making choices for their lives, because that can be really, really hard whenever, like, I choose life. Like, I want life, and I want everyone around me to make choices that are bringing them life, you know. And it's like, oh, it's so hard whenever I see people making choices that are just not good for them, and I just want to tell them.
What you should do.
Right, because I know what, you know, but we're all just on our own journey. We're all on our own paths. We're just, you know, we're all choosing life or death, and it's sad. It's very sad to watch people choose death, to choose to make those choices for themselves. It does bring a lot of sadness, and it is hard, but, you know, all we could do is just make the best choices for our own personal lives, and as we have life, and as we have goodness and feel good, you know, just hope that spreads to other people, you know, because we can't force other people. We can't make anyone do anything. But that is difficult.
That is
It is hard.
Yeah, letting go.
Yep.
Yeah. Life is good. Every single choice matters. And there's nothing we can do to make other people do anything.
No. And that's totally okay.
It'd be an acceptance. Yeah. It is okay.
It
for
is.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
It is wonderful. Free will is what we all chose.
Yeah.
And it is a beautiful thing.
Yeah. You know, because I mean, I do think about that. Like, so much of my life, I have also been in places where I have just made really bad choices for myself, where I was choosing, you know, things that were not best for me. But today, like, I've learned so much from those choices, and they have made me who I am today. And so I can say I don't want to make that choice, you know, knowing full well why I do not want to make that choice.
Yeah.
And so it's a blessing.
Yeah.
It is.
Having been down that road.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, life is good.
It is.
It's all about progress.
It is. All right.
Have a good day.
Bye, y'all.